Hello and welcome to a very chilly episode of Sigma Theory Global Cold War. Sigma Theory is an espionage game that kind of reminds me a little bit of a board game, and rather than explain the plot to you, I'll just let the story do it for me. So let's get to the story mode. We have to start off by picking the details of our character, and I'll go with a man, of course. His name will be Bruce Crichton. And for some reason, I can only play as the US in story mode, but we can play as the other nations in classic mode, so maybe that's the subject of a future video. Anyway, let's get going. We have to pick a spouse. We'll pick a woman. Let's go with Cassandra Silvat. Yeah, that's perfect. Director Crichton. I'm Susan Harris, and I ordered your recruitment. I'll be your superior for the next few months. You'll be directly accountable to me. Bruce, as a specialist in both field operations and delicate diplomatic negotiations, your place is at the head of counter-espionage. Is it really? But the American government has an even more important mission for you. Several days ago, the scientific community developed the Sigma Theory, a scientific method capable of producing rapid advances with the potential to throw the world into chaos. Within weeks, we'll see the emergence of new weapons with unimaginable destructive power, as well as tools that can influence the economy, society, energy, transport, and even the human mind. Our civilization will change beyond recognition. American leaders want to monopolize these technologies. The country that controls Sigma will control the world, so let's make sure it's us. Your mission: discover these Sigma technologies with the best scientists at your side. Do what you must to gather a team of agents and use persuasion, diplomacy, and force to acquire the few scattered scientists who are able to work on these technologies. We currently have two in our own labs, Maud Geller and Anthony Bard. We have given you a surveillance drone and a combat drone to assist in field ops. We also have access to diplomatic support for negotiations with the leaders of rival nations. And we need to proceed with recruiting our team. It's important to note that you can fail at these recruitments, so be mindful of their profiles, their stats, and their traits, because you need to appeal to their better natures, or worse. Anyway, let's go with 8 to start off with, because he has a network in China, but he also has an arrest warrant in China. Why would he work with us? From the looks of his profile, he's an adventurer. I wish to pay you a huge sum of money to do something completely outrageous and equally dangerous. Yeah, that seems like the right option. Good, we got him. Who else? What about Ward? We'll go with Ward for number 2 because he has recon networks in a lot of countries. He's elite, he's a spy hunter, he's methodical, he's omerta, so he'll never break, and he's loyal. He's spent most of his career flushing out enemy agents, mainly Americans, in his country, so we might have to appeal to his success as a spy. My department will recognize and reward your outstanding skills as a spy. That's perfect. Great. We need to try to find a hacker, and Mystery isn't one, so maybe we should go with Slavic. Yeah, he's a hacker. He's bloodthirsty and he's hasty, so maybe he'll have to stay behind in the United States, especially with all the arrest warrants out for him. He's a 31-year-old millionaire, and he has a business, so maybe we should appeal to that. But I think the arrest warrants are more important. Good. Okay, one more. What about Tiger? He is former SAS, and he has a recon network in a lot of places that we might need to go, although we might need another dedicated hacker. Now let's go with Tiger. He's a good all-around. Okay. He feels his advanced age, and he fears that his best days are behind him. So maybe I know you have one last great adventure? Good, we got him. Okay, that's our team, so let's proceed. Okay, here's the big board, and all of our operatives are waiting in the States. We have a halfway decent relationship with our own government, and over here are the technologies that we've discovered, along with the Doomsday Clock. We need to keep this from going to 0, and ideally to stay above 15, although it depends on the type of ending that you want. Let's get started by having a look at our research. We've got Maud in neurosciences and Anthony in health. We need to focus on neurosciences, so we will try to find another scientist in that field. Where should we go? Tiger could go to Brazil. Let's send him over there. And while that's happening, we'll have Slavic hack Brazil's mainframe and lower the alert level. And Ward can do the same. And by the way, these two operations stack, so you can use that to get a really powerful effect. Keep that in mind. As for 8, he has a recon network in China, but China's not pursuing Sigma research. Let's send him to Korea. That seems like the better idea. Anyway, everyone is assigned. Let's send the surveillance drone to Brazil. And we'll leave the combat drone on station. Let's end this turn. Tiger has arrived in Brasilia, and we're making decent progress. Let's locate the scientists, and that's all we can do. Okay, do you see how they stacked? The alert level in Brazil's now down to 0, so we can put that to great use. While our field operatives are working on the countries, or getting to the countries in the case of 8, let's have Ward and Slavic hack Korea and do the same thing. Okay, that's about it. We've got quite a bit of actionable intel for Brazil. They have scientists in finance and astrophysics, so we can put that to good use. Cassandra is sending us a message. Bruce, I heard you were assigned as head of the Sigma division. Please accept my congratulations. Thank you, Cassandra. Your love and support gets me through my missions. I'm touched, Bruce. But don't go out of your way. We both know all about the dangerous game of politics. We're going to need to help each other. If I can count on you, you can count on me. Aw, that's nice. Nikola Muskovic is chiming in from the Council of States. He is interested in neuroscience because he fears that the power to control minds may fall into the wrong hands. So if we make progress in that sector, we will be rewarded with greater means of achieving our goals. So let's do it. Tiger, he didn't get any identification. We'll have to work on that. We'll have him ID this scientist. And 8 can locate scientists here. That should do the trick. The alert level is down to 0 in Korea. That's good. In Korea, we'll have him plant some ransomware on their computers. And Slavic will do the same for Brazil. Perfect. Director, we have a problem. Geller, explain the situation. One of my assistants disappeared yesterday. I alerted security immediately, but they found nothing. You think it was a kidnapping? Not anymore. We investigated the assistant. Their address was as fake as their identity. He was a spy. Interpol has no idea of the spy's true identity. In other words, this wasn't a spy working for a foreign power. Then who were they working for? A company? If a company were in control of Sigma neuroscience discoveries, it would be a disaster. It's a problem. Director, here's a picture of the spy. So we have to look for this person. His codename will be Daedalus. Thank you for the information. My agents will be able to ID the spy. They're somewhere out there, probably in a Sigma lab, trying to steal new technologies. Find, exfiltrate, interrogate, and identify their employers. If even private entities are now standing against us, this situation is going to get extremely complicated. And how? 8 tipped off the Korean authorities, but it's not too bad. And Tiger found information on Norberto de Abreu. We can put that to good use. Let's try to convert him. He's without ties, so maybe we can convert him to our side? Yeah, that's probably the best option. What about 8? He should do some recon first. I guess that was my mistake. We installed a bunch of ransomware in Brazil and Korea. That's useful. And we're not supporting Brazil's operations in the Congo. We'll have Slavic work on the Koreans, and we'll steal their data. We'll send Ward out there as well. He can fast travel. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay, Norberto has been recruited as a double agent. Excellent. Susan represents a party that is interested in some of our Sigma research. If we grant them access to one of our discoveries, they would be willing to offer a substantial sum of money, and our country's leadership would be able to support us even further. I agree. We gave away our research to a lot of countries, but it improved our leadership standing substantially. And plus, we could always steal scientists to make up for it, like we just did here. Let's exfil Norberto. Operation Irresistible Sun. We have a spy drone on station, so that should be helpful. Let's get moving. Tiger found a delivery truck. The keys are in the ignition, so it may save some time. Take the truck. Oh. The police are after him. He has to abandon the vehicle. Well, that was a mistake. A police car is approaching, so he wants to dive into a side road. Yeah, we should lose them in the back streets. Oh. Well, that didn't help, but at least he moved. The spy drone helped Tiger elude the patrol up ahead. He's in a small crowded street and the authorities have herded people there toward a checkpoint. He hasn't been discovered yet, but he feels it's only a matter of time. Get out of that trap as quietly as you can. Oh. Well, that's not good. But at least he eluded the latest patrol. He's in a pedestrian area, and we'll task the surveillance drone. Good. And he got out. Great. Tiger is on his way back to the States, so we'll retask the surveillance drone over here. We'll have Ward procure a weapon. Norberto has made it to the States, and we created some chaos in the Korean Sigma project system. Oh, and 8 completed his recon, so that's decent. Let's have 8 work on locating the scientists. That'll help. We'll have Slavic do some hacking. We'll have him steal Brazilian data. Tiger, we should probably deploy him to Nigeria. We'll have him infiltrate. Ward found a shotgun, but there's an enemy spy in our territory. Lucky Lorenzo from the Savastino cartel has sent us a message. He wants to take over the black market in all European countries, and he wants us to help him do that, but if we betray him, he'll reveal our agents' identities. Nuzet Godogan in France has key contacts that we want to bribe. We can't do that. I mean, it helped a little bit. Once 8 finds the scientists in Korea, we'll be able to get the job done. But we can have Ward dig up some dirt on Jeon Kyung-kwon. That'll be useful. Jeon is paranoid and formal. Slavic created some chaos in the Brazilian systems. That's decent, although 8 hasn't been able to do much of anything. Let's have Slavic focus on one of the enemy agents. We're gonna have to have Ward try again, locate the scientists, and we'll have 8 do some hacking of Nigeria. We'll delete the arrest warrant. Tiger bypassed security, and we're making good progress. Cassandra is back with another message. A large corporation is dumping radioactive waste in India. Can we send a surveillance drone? Okay. Oh, that helps a bit. Although we are going to be a little blind in the next extraction. Let's dig up some dirt on Peace Adewole. Peace is a sex cultist? Okay. We're going to have to find some information so that we know what we want when we actually approach her. We also found some information on Korea, but we've got a problem because 8 failed his mission again. Bruce, we're in the midst of a global crisis, but I've noticed that you do everything you can to ensure that our professional responsibilities and tensions do not affect our relationship. More than that, the more I work with you, the more your choices and support show me that you were the person missing from my life. Thank you for everything. I love you. Aw, I love you too. What do you want, Susan? Oh, great. Yeah, whatever. We're not focusing on France or Germany, so who cares? Well, at least for now, anyway. Kovarsis is interested in health discoveries. Every time we make progress in that sector, we'll be rewarded. If we share it, of course. We'll have to counter Shaolin. And once 8 gets back to the States, we should be able to work on the other operative. Ward can ID some scientists. We'll schedule a meeting with Peace once we get some information on the scientists that we want. Nigeria leaped out ahead with a Sigma discovery. But we thwarted Shaolin. That's decent. Nigeria completed a project named Lightning. They have bio-augmentation that gives their agents superior physical abilities, so yeah, that's not good. Okay, what about 8? We'll have him work on Bravo, and Slavic can turn his attention outwards. We'll have him lower the alert level in Nigeria. Oh, Korea and India have leaped out ahead as well. Damn. We kind of made a mistake there. But Bravo left the country, so that's good. Korea has completed a project named Solar Network. They released this information to the world. The world is transitioning to a green economy, but our nation will be the last in the queue. Those cheeky bastards. Germany has completed a project named Stability. India has completed research on the Panacea Project, which is a universal drug against cancer, and they're good at persuading many members of the scientific community to work for them. Uh-oh. Germany is producing a lot of funds in a short amount of time, so their agents will be impervious to bribery. The UK has abandoned the race, so we were going to have to pick up their scientists. Let's get 8 out there immediately. We'll have him fast travel, because if they're not looking for Sigma scientists, then it doesn't matter. What about Ward? Domingo is a charlatan. We're gonna have to find somebody else. Let's have him procure a weapon. Well, that didn't do anything. The Nigerians are mad. Great. Geller is mad because our security confiscated drugs that she uses personally. It's a heroin derivative that she uses to improve her performance. And she's in withdrawal. Take your double dose? Or share the drug with the team. Sharing is caring! I hope this doesn't end badly. Let's do it. Oh no! That was a mistake. Okay, Meg is interested in finance discoveries because there's a fear that Sigma will end capitalism. Okay, we need to double time it in terms of recruiting scientists, so... Oh, the UK doesn't have any. Oh, jeez. Well, we made a pretty big mistake there. Let's steal some Sigma data from Korea. We'll send 8 to Korea as well. A ward was detected, but that's okay. Can we do anything about Part Q1? We'll have to investigate him. He doesn't like people. He's a charlatan. He's gay. And he's undetectable. We're gonna have to abduct him. And we'll send the surveillance drone. What about Tiger? We'll have him locate the scientists. Okay, we're about to capture Domingo, and we caused some chaos in the South Korean system, so that's okay. Let's get Agodi out. He's less effective, but our starting scientists died through reasons that we will not discuss, so we have to get Agodi out. A young police officer is holding him at gunpoint. You're faster and you're armed. Well, that's not good. He's gonna have to fight it out. That's not good, but he got rid of 3 of them. Good. The police are looking for him in a textile storage area. He wants to set a fire, but there could be collateral damage. Limit it. Neutralize them. Good. Excellent. A delivery truck is next to him and the keys are in the ignition. This could be a way to save some time. Take it. Okay, he ignored my orders. Bad 8. Bad! He's surrounded by a unit of armed men who are telling him to surrender. Take a hostage. Oh, he ignored my orders. But he got away at least. He's in a subway and guards are checking passengers. They're civilians, so neutralize them non-lethally. Okay, that helped. He ran into a place controlled by the Ortega Circle. No, continue with the plan. We haven't been approached by them or anything. And he ignored my orders. Don't. Continue with the exfil. Oh, now you listen to me. Great. He's gonna be out of commission for a few days, but that's okay. At the very least, he's on his way back to the States. Let's have Slavic hack Nigeria and try to lower the alert level. Okay, we got some data from Nigeria. They have 2 scientists in robotics, so that could be very useful. As for Ward, we need to approach Park. Park is chauvinistic and misogynistic. If he's like that, we might have to abduct him. Let's have Tiger identify some scientists. Park is ready for exfil, and we made a mistake with Nigeria. Eight might be a double agent. Eliminate him. If he's a double agent, we can't take any chances, although it might leave us short-staffed in the short term. We'll request a meeting with the head of Brazil's Sigma division, and let's get Park out of there. Let's start things up. The police are looking for him in a storage area. He could set a fire. No. That didn't work. That well, anyway. But at least the spy drone helped him elude the patrols. He's surrounded by a group of armed men who are telling him to surrender. Take a hostage. That's not good. A vehicle is stopped. He thinks he can steal it. Do it. Well, that helped. Okay, we can't avoid the enemy patrols. He'll probably have to flee. Try again. Well, damn it. Now we're really short-staffed. We're gonna have to send Tiger to get Ward out of there. Or we can play along and try to smooth things over diplomatically. Let's hack Korea and steal their data. And that'll do it for this episode of Sigma Theory. I hope you enjoyed it. You keep it chilly, and I'll see you next time.